Hi YouTube, I just wanted to pop in and announce that Kahoot 3 will be this upcoming Sunday, August 24th, 2 p.m. There's going to be 20 Danganronpa questions that nobody in their right mind should know the answers to. Once again, it'll be streamed on this channel, so I'll see you there if you dare to rise to the challenge. For now, enjoy the second edition of Danganronpa Kahoot. So this is the setup. This is the setup. Welcome to class. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, those are my little guys. There's a whole row of tables, but none of you guys wanted to sit up front. I see how it is. I was excited just for the setup alone. I just wanted to make the setup. I guess that we should, while everyone's here, let's start filing in. I already know what I want to do for Kahoot 3. Kahoot 3 is gonna be evil. And I might make that one teams. I'm gonna make Kahoot 3 the like impossible level questions. Questions that realistically I would not expect anybody to know. I like recognize names from like the last time, like FD. It's cool to see new faces and old faces. Kloba in the chat. Kloba in Kahoot. How crazy would it be if Kloba won? Alright. Kahoot time. Super Danganronpa Kahoot 2. Get ready, folks. Question 1. Who is the main character of the spin-off short story Danganronpa If? Is it Makoto Naegi, Junko Enoshima, Mukuro Ikusaba, or Yasuhiro Hagakure? Danganronpa If, you get to see it, you can read it in-game. I think after you beat Danganronpa 2, or like you get a specific item in Danganronpa 2, and it lets you read Danganronpa If. It's a story about Trigger Happy Havoc and what could have happened. It is Mukuro Ikusaba, the hidden 16 student. I think what happens is Naegi regains his memories, and then he stops Mukuro from getting impaled, and then it's what happens as a result of that. But that is question 1. That is one of the harder ones, I would say. It's not always gonna be hard. But congratulations to the guys who got that one right. Here's our scoreboard. I'm in 99th. Stop. It's okay. There's plenty of room for movement. These first few questions are gonna be turbulent. Question 2. What is the success rate on Yasuhiro's clairvoyance? Is it 10%, 30%, 50%, or 70%? His ultimate talent lets him predict the future? What exactly does his clairvoyance do? Okay, you guys knew that one. I thought maybe I could trick you guys, but it is 30%. He's 30% chance to like predict something right, which I guess is not that bad. But here's our scoreboard. Oh, you guys are actually tied for first, but that was question number 2. We're moving on to question number 3. And that question is, which of these characters are not playable in the Ultimate Talent Development Plan minigame of V3? Is it Genocide Jack, Monami, Mecha Maru, or Izuru Kamakura? Which of these can you not select in the Ultimate Talent Development Plan? I know this one because I had to do all of them. You have to play as every character in order to get all of the achievements for V3. It took eternity for me to do that. But we got it done. And it is Mecha Maru. You can pick Genocide Jack, you can pick Monami, you can pick Izuru Kamakura, but there is no Mecha Maru. That one was one of the harder ones, because I know most people probably didn't care to play through that a million times like I did. I was forced against my will. That is question 3. We're moving on to question number 4. And that question is, Chiaki Nanami is bad at what kind of games? First-person shooters, rhythm games, dating simulators, or sports games? Chiaki Nanami, as pictured, has said there's one type of game that they struggle with. Tetris? It's not Tetris. Maybe if they were better at Tetris, you know, things would be different. Chiaki has never beaten Tetris before. That makes sense, because Tetris was, like, theoretically, Tetris was supposed to be impossible, and then someone found, like, some crackhead method to complete Tetris, and that was kind of recent. I feel like that was within like the past 5 or so years. So it makes sense that they said Chiaki has never beaten Tetris, but it was dating simulators. Dating simulators is the one genre of games that Chiaki has said she's no good at. Chiaki Nanami has never done a T-spin in her life. Big shakeup on the scoreboard, but that is question number 4. I changed it to 30 questions, or from 30 to 20 questions, because I figured I could do this more frequently if I'm writing less questions. And also, like, by the end, at least for the last one, Lala was just sprinting in first place for the whole time, and it was like, Lala's just gonna win. We knew this at question 10, and we had to do 20 more questions, so I figured it'd be a little bit more exciting if we did it more frequently with less questions. And now it's time for question number 5. In Ultra Despair Girls, what is Nagito Komaeda referred to as in this game? Is he the butler, the servant, the prisoner, or the captive? He has a specific title in this game. I think I watched UDG before I played Dangan 2, so I'm like, is that dude from Danganronpa 2? And he is the servant in this game. That is the scene where he gets a pie thrown at his face. That is moments before disaster. Alright, that is question number 5. Question number 6. Coming up. It is, in Danganronpa 2, which present would Nagito Komaeda like? Would he like Mukuro's knife, the fun box, Jabba the frog, or brightly colored jeans? I had to put them all on the screen. I made this silly little image. This one is purely vibes. I kind of just wanted to put Jabba the Frog on the board just cause I like him. I just like looking at Jabba the Frog. Maybe he's rocking the jeans. Maybe he's playing Xbox. Maybe he's got Mukuro's knife, and maybe he's a frog guy. And it is Mukuro's knife. You guys just wanted to see Nagito with the mom jeans on. And that's valid. I respect that. I don't really know why he likes Mukuro's knife, but apparently he does. I'm like, I guess it makes sense. It's like hope, despair related, and he's a little freakazoid about all that stuff. He does like Junko's hand too. He does like that. You know what's crazy is I was just thinking about it. So, you know, they get put in the New World program, right? They still have to have all the parts of Junko in them, right? Like, I feel like he has to still have Junko's hand. Their bodies do, but their avatars don't. That's what I was thinking. Like, when they come out at the end of, I guess it's the Danganronpa 3 anime when they're all revived, Nagito still got Junko's hand. What a freak. What a freak that guy is. What does Mikan have of Junko's? Isn't Fuyuhiko, like, her eye or something? What does Mikan have? Mikan got the uter... I hate this game. I hate this franchise. That sucks. That makes me frown. That makes me frown so hard. Alex, that's what I was thinking. I was like, since the 4 Dark Devas are in the New World program, does that mean that they attached the 4 Dark Devas to little pods and they put them in? They put them in the New World program? The 4 Dark Devas died? No, bro. Say it ain't so. They'll never die. They're immortal. They're demon hellspawn. Wait, is that real? He fed them to a snake? Is that real? I guess if he's like the ultimate despair, then he's freaking it. That's so upsetting. This has been an absolutely devastating stream for me. I'm gonna become the ultimate despair. I guess we're gonna move on to question number 7, I guess. Question number 7. Which isn't a pet you can raise in Danganronpa 2? Is it Monomi, Gorimi, Monokuma, or Horsimi? This is like your little Tamagotchi minigame, where you walk around the island and you can raise specific animals. I thought about adding Shitimi, but I'm like, I should keep it as PG as possible. But then it's all off the table now. We talked about how Mikan inherited Junko's ovaries. Gundam fed his fucking hamsters to a snake. It's the PG-13 is out the window now. But it is Horsimi. I'm surprised more people didn't pick Gorimi. If you have like maximum despair and you don't let your animal die, it turns into Monokuma. I think if you keep it super clean and you give him like a bajillion gifts, then you get Monomi. Gorimi is somewhere in the middle, and then Horsimi is something that I made up. Where are my trigger happy habit questions? It might be the next one. Alright, question number 8. In Hope's Peak Academy, which room is found on the 5th floor, which is the top floor? Is it the chemistry lab, the bio lab, the headmaster's room, or the physics lab? If you guys can see my cursor, this is the greenhouse, there's the dojo, and then down this long hallway Which room is that? Fiffant? You're so right. Minor spelling mistake. I explode. That's so unfortunate that all of you guys noticed my minor spelling error. It's a good thing that's a really good thing that I put parentheses top floor, but it is the biolab because it's locked when you normally get to the 5th floor. And then I think it's chapter 6? Yeah, chapter 6, it's unlocked, and that's where you find out that Junko has been keeping the bodies frozen in there, and that's where the body of Mukuro for chapter 5 with the big explosion in the greenhouse, that's where the body came from the biolab, because they used it as a makeshift morgue. The headmaster's room is on the 4th floor. That's because Sakura breaks into the headmaster's room. You gotta smoke / inhale / inject Spike Chunsoft to be on this level. Exactly. You gotta live, breathe, and eat Spike Chunsoft. Question number 9. Which student is missing from this image? Is it Mukuro Ikusaba, Junko Enoshima, Aoi Asahina, or Makoto Naegi? This is from the first game. This is one of the motives. Everyone received an image with somebody missing, and this one was the one that Makoto got specifically, and it's where he's missing. Aoi's here, Junko's back here, blocked by Ishimaru's hand, Mukuro's right here. You guys needed to slow down the people that picked Junko, and that was question number 9. Question number 10, though, is what is the correct name of chapter 3 of Danganronpa V3? This is just an example image. Is it Transfer Student from Beyond the Grave, Destination Despair, A Thin Line Divides Heaven and Hell, or To Survive? All of these are chapter names. Which one is specifically V3 chapter 3? This one, it helps to think about what happens in chapter 3. This is the double murder. And it is Transfer Student from Beyond the Grave. And that's because the whole motive for V3 chapter 3 was the Necronomicon, where you could allegedly bring a student back to life. Destination Despair? Shoot, I don't remember which one that is. It's Danganronpa 2, maybe chapter 1? I know To Survive is Trigger Happy Havoc chapter 1, and then A Thin Line Divides Heaven and Hell. I actually don't even remember that one. And that's question 10, that's the halfway point. And now question 11 is, this beta design belongs to which character? Is this Byakuya Togami, Rantaro Amami, Hajime Hinata, or Kaito Momota? It's a pretty boy. All 4 of them pretty boys. Which one is this? This one's pretty tough. This one is pretty tough. This is probably, like, in my opinion, one of the hardest questions. It's totally a vibes question. Unless you've seen this before. It is not Shuichi Saihara, it's Hajime Hinata. We could have had emo Hajime. Tagami's beta design looked like beautiful Squidward. That's awesome. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, this feels like prototype Shuichi right here. And then they're like, wait, let's just make an emo protag. Next game. Alright, that was question 11. And now question 12 is, which is a real rule in the e-handbook? You have to read these carefully. Is it that you may sleep anywhere as long as you remain within school grounds? Is it that there is no limit to how many students may be murdered in a single case? Any student may refuse to participate in the class trial? Or if the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed? Which of these is a real rule? You gotta slow down and read them all real quick. But yes, if the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. I didn't see this first one in the rules of V3. In V3, I did not see that they have a specific, like, that you have to sleep in your cabin specifically. So I think this is valid as a, like, answer if you're thinking about V3. Thought about Trigger Happy Havoc where it said sleeping anywhere in the school is like sleeping in class and you'll be punished for that? Yeah, in Trigger Happy Havoc they specify this rule that if you're sleeping outside of your dorm, it's considered sleeping in class and ground for punishment. But yes, question number 13, let's go. In Danganronpa 2, Chapter 3, what is the name of the movie shown at the theater? Ignore that I wrote showed. Is it The Nightmare Before Murder, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak, Monomi and the Giant Beast, or The Wizard of Monomi? Bro, why did everyone hate the movie? Yeah, they hated this movie. I couldn't show an image of the movie specifically, or else it would be kind of a giveaway. I went back and like watched a little bit of it recently, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, how do I not remember this? But it is The Wizard of Monomi. It's like a parody of The Wizard of Oz with Monomi. Most of you guys got that. They said that Hajime has to like pay like $1,000 to like, he's like $1 million of debt for some reason as a result of watching the movie. I don't remember. Oh, he paid 1.5 million for not watching the movie. That's what it is. Okay. If you get this, if you buy the sticker, you don't have to watch the movie. And then he watched it anyway. Yeah, he ended up watching it anyway, which is really funny. This is great. We get to like crowdsource like our memories of the game, because I'm like, I know a lot of things, but I kind of blank on some stuff. Everyone could argue Hajime's a bit of a fool, doesn't know what an octagon is. Dude, I really considered in the first Kahoot, I had the question like, what is the name of this shape? And it's gonna be like an octagon. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna make that a question. But I really was this close to making it a question. Pro CD reference? Yeah, that's my goat. I love that guy. He's actually like such a talented voice actor, as well as being very funny. What a legend. You get to make a comic book after this. I'm so glad that it's so funny that like he makes so many jokes about Danganronpa, but he still talks about it. So he must have liked it, but he must have been like, man, some of the stuff is stupid, which is valid because some of it is kind of ridiculous. But he still talks about it like to this day. So he must have liked it despite how he rips on it. Yeah, it's like dumb fun, to be honest. That's how I feel about Danganronpa. Alright, question number 14. True or false? Byakuya Tagami is the oldest student in his class. Is he the oldest? Not of his family, but in the Hope's Peak class. I don't remember what class number they are. It's like 66th class of Hope's Peak or whatever. He is not the oldest in his class. It is Yasuhiro. Some of you guys have clocked that Yasuhiro got held back like 3 times. So he is the oldest. Question number 15. In the bad ending of Trigger Happy Havoc, how many kids do they have? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I'm forcing you guys to relive this trauma. You guys have to relive this. This is if you vote for Kyoko in Chapter 5 and you get the bad ending. Why did you do this? Because I'm evil, of course. It is 3. They have 3 kids. So Toko died, and then each of the men had 1 kid with Asahina. So it's 1 Byakuya kid, 1 Makoto kid, and 1 Yasuhiro kid. But Radiant Gloom has moved into first place, Ryoma in second, Aiko in third, Sonya Nevermind in fourth, and Lalo sneaking in to take back their rightful throne in 5th place. This is the come up. This is the comeback, redemption story, underdog story. Why they want their children to live in Hope's Peak? I mean, like, I guess it is really interesting to think about the ending of the first game where you have everything you need to live in Hope's Peak. It's like, do you really want to go out where the world is just like awful? It's like, it does really make you think that what are we really fighting to get out of the school for if it's actually that bad outside in the real world? Question number 16. What kind of literature does Toko Fukawa write? They specifically mention one type of literature. Is it romance, manga, sci-fi, or fantasy? I feel like there's a reasonable chance that she's written some of these genres, but one of them is specifically mentioned. There is specifically a book about like a fisherman. You are right. Overwhelmingly, you guys got that correct. It is romance. She do be writing romance books. And now question number 17. What was inside Kaito Momota's motive video? Was it his grandparents, the destruction of NASA headquarters, his parents, or his brother? I don't even remember when we've ever seen this, to be honest. I did not know that we ever even saw Kaito Momota's motive video, TBH. Bro, it's my twin. He went to space, I live in space, you know, you guys got so much in common. Oh, Shuichi got Kaito's? Like, right off the rip? Interesting, I didn't even know that. I thought it was, like, later in the game. I thought it was, like, how we see Kokichi's motive, like, in chapter 6 or something. I thought it was something like that, because I don't even remember this. But it is his grandparents, and most of you guys did know that. Unfortunately, the destruction of NASA headquarters, you know, probably did happen, but it wasn't in the motive video. Did Ryoma and Kurumi get each other's? Kurumi had her own. Ryoma had Maki. Okay. Maki had Ryoma's. Okay. I'm learning so much today. I'm remembering so much. And our scoreboard stays about the same. Alright. Time is running out on this Kahoot. Question number 18. Which of these is not a function that Kibo has? Is it a flashlight, camera eyes, a jetpack, or waterproof panels? Kibo's got a lot of gadgets, a lot of gizmos. But which of these is not something that he has? It is waterproof panels. He does get his jetpack at the very, very end. They mention that he's not waterproof at some point, which is crazy because they throw Kibo at the tank of water that Himiko is in. So that's kind of crazy. Oh, he is waterproof, he just can't swim? That could be my fault. He's waterproof, but he sinks. Okay, that makes sense. All right, you know what? This one might be on me, guys. This one might be my fault. Oh my god, that's crazy. It's you can't write a better storyline than this. Lalo sneaks into first place with that question. Scripted Kahoot. Lalo's in first. Radiant Gloom in second. Pans the Kitty in third. Ryoma in fourth. Kazuichi's husband in fifth. That's crazy. Now you have to hold on for the next two questions. And now we're going to question number 19. Which of these is not a quote from Sayaka Maizono? I'm psychic. Kidding, I just have really good intuition. If I've got you on my side, I guess I don't need a weapon after all. Do you really think I'd kill someone just to get out? In your dreams. And I'm going to become your ultimate assistant. Which of these does Sayaka Maizono not say? 3 of these are real quotes from her. One of them is said by a different character. Sorry, I don't listen to snakes. And it is yellow. I think Junko says this, but I don't remember who I stole it from. I stole this quote from somebody. But yeah, I think it was Mukuro. Like, Mukuro in Junko disguise says the quote of yellow. I think if I've got you on my side, I guess I don't need a weapon after all. Yeah, I assume blue is when she gets the sword. I don't even remember when she says that she'll be the ultimate assistant. It's probably when Makoto's comforting her, if I was to guess. And then I'm psychic. Kidding, I just have really good intuition is the classic one. Everybody knows that's the classic one. Lalo's still in first. Radiant Gloom in second. Close behind. It's really a difference of like just 100 points. Ryoma in third. Pans the Kitty in fourth. Kazuichi's husband in fifth. This is the last question. This is the final one. Pans the Kitty, I will get to you. That's so ominous. Final question of Kahoot. In Ultra Despair Girls, where does Komaru Naegi get her hacking gun from? Is it on a dead Future Foundation member's corpse? Is it in her room? Is it given to her by Byakuya Tagami? Or is it a gift from Makoto Naegi? This is Ultra Despair Girls. You guys say easy. Let's see if the answers say the same story. Mondo gives it to her. What if she crafted it herself? What if she's the ultimate hacking gun getter? Never played this game and watched a playthrough? I did the same thing. I did the same thing with UDG. I watched someone play through the whole thing, and it is given to her by Byakuya Tagami. She runs into Byakuya Tagami. I don't even know where he goes, but the building that Komaru is being held in, she like escapes and then she gets attacked by like a bunch of little guys, and then Byakuya gives her the hacking gun. He goes into Toko's fantasies. True, he like jumps into it like it's a Mario 64 painting. He goes, wahoo! And jumps into Toko's fantasies. And that's how he fast travels around Towa City. Ultra Despair Girls really is a fever dream though. I don't remember too much from it, but that is Danganronpa, Super Danganronpa Kahoot 2. In third place, Ryoma. I just realized Ryoma's a skull. That's that's so funny that you made Ryoma a skull. Cause he gets eaten by the piranhas and he turns into a skull. That's actually that's so clever. Second place, Radiant Gloom, and Lalo in first place regains the throne. That was super hype. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you guys for playing. Unfortunately, they still won't let me see like what everybody answered. They won't let me check that, even though I upgraded my version of Kahoot and I spent $50 more on Kahoot. But yes, congratulations to everybody, no matter where you got placed. I appreciate you guys playing, and I hope you guys had a lot of fun, because I had a lot of fun. I was just really excited to show off my classroom setup. Let's see. 43% of people got answers correct. The hardest one was which isn't a pet you can raise in Danganronpa 2. Second hardest was the beta questions. And then the third one was on the 5th floor. What's on the tablet? I actually don't know. I kind of just stole this image of the little tablet off of Google Images. I could put something specific on the tablet next time. A lot of people didn't answer. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I guess that skews the questions a lot if a lot of them are just like people not answering because maybe they're like disconnected or whatever and their essence is still here. Beta questions are fun. Looking at all the beta designs is really exciting. It's really fun to think about like what we could have had. Like I was looking at beta questions or beta art of like Chiaki, and I was like, whoa, she's got like super short hair and she's like smiling. Lalo got every answer correct. Radiant Gloom missed 1, and then Ryoma missed 2. I'll make them way harder. Like questions that like you have no reason to like know the answers to. That's gonna be Kahoot 3. It's gonna be impossible difficulty. Can you make them a tad bit easier? No.